If your YouTube videos are recorded way too quiet, you are going to lose viewers and subscribers. First, let me explain why this is such a big problem, then I'm going to show you a really easy, really simple way to fix this. If I click on your video and I press play and then I notice, hey, this is really quiet, I have to turn my device volume up to max just to be able to hear it. Then when you play a sound effect or YouTube plays an ad, it's 10 times louder than your voice and it just absolutely destroys my eardrums. That will make me click off your video, leave, and never come back to your channel, and other people are going to do the same. You are going to lose viewers. So how do you make sure your YouTube videos are at just the right volume? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, and it's very simple. Most good video editing programs will allow you to adjust the volume of your videos. So get into the audio adjustments and you should see some sort of thing with an indicator of how loud your audio is. You're going to see this little bar moving up and down. You want that to hit as close to 0 as possible, but you never want it to go over 0. If you notice, there's some little sliders there to turn that volume up or down, so you're probably going to want to find those. Now, maybe not all editing software has this, but most good editing software will. If adjusting the little slider does not allow you to get your volume loud enough, then you might need to add a limiter or some sort of audio plugin that's going to allow you to boost the gain up just a little bit more. I'm going to show you guys how to use a limiter. So your limiter should have two main settings. One is gain to turn the volume up and down, and the other one is basically telling it how loud you want it to be, where you want it to cut it off. So you're going to see these little waveforms bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down. So I'm going to set the ceiling on this particular limiter to -0.5. That way it almost hits 0, but it doesn't quite hit 0. Now I'm going to adjust the gain. I'm going to try and make so the limiter is just cutting off the very, very top of those peaks on the waveform. And this limiter will make so you will never go over 0 decibels. That way you won't clip and distort. After you upload your video to YouTube, you can actually right click on the video and then click on the thing that says Stats for Nerds, and it's going to tell you if your video is at the correct volume or not. On this particular video, you're going to see where it says content loudness 2.0 decibels. That means this video was actually 2 decibels louder than it should have been, so YouTube compressed it a little more and turned it down to get it at just the perfect volume. This is an example of a video that was recorded way too quiet. This person did not adjust the volume to get it up to the right volume for YouTube. So when I listen to this video, I have to turn my device up a little bit louder. That video's loudness was -10.8 decibels, meaning it was 10.8 decibels too quiet for YouTube. I've seen some where it actually says -17 or -25, and those ones you can barely hear it all when your volume is all the way maxed out. The goal is to make that say content loudness 0.00. So if it's a little bit over or just a little bit under, that's fine. Like if it says -2 or -5, you're probably okay. If it says like 2.00 or 3.00, you went a little bit over, and it did compress it down a little bit more, which probably degraded the audio quality slightly. So when I make a video, my goal is to try and hit -2, -1, or right at 0.00. If it goes a little bit over, that's fine too, but I would prefer it to be slightly under or right on than over, because when it goes over, YouTube does compress it down a little more, and that does degrade audio quality. So start off by trying to get the audio indicator just a little bit under 0 on your editing software. Once you upload the video and you click Stats for Nerds, if you notice it's a little bit too loud, maybe turn it down by a -1 decibel or -2 decibel. On the next upload, see where it's at. So it does require a little bit of trial and error to get it just right. One thing you can do is export your video at 0.00. Export another one at like -1 decibel, export another one at like -2, export another one at -3, and upload all those videos separately to YouTube as private or unlisted videos, and then you can watch each one back, watch the Stats for Nerds things, and see which one gets you the closest to 0. I would rather be slightly under than over, but as long as you're at -5 decibels or higher, you're probably pretty good. If it's lower than -5 decibels on the Stats for Nerds, I think you need to turn it up a little bit. Any good video editor should allow you to adjust the volume of your audio. If your audio editing software doesn't allow you to adjust the volume, and if it does not allow you to add audio plugins, you might want to get something like DaVinci Resolve, which is a really amazing free piece of editing software which will allow you to do this. It's got a separate audio and video editing software in the same program, so you can do both at the same time. When I want to edit the video, I'm on the video editing. If I want to adjust the colors of clips, I can move over here and get to the color wheels. If I want to do the audio, I just click on the little audio tab and all the audio settings set up. So Resolve is an amazing free editor, guys. Resolve is actually one of the programs they used to make Hollywood movies with. It is a top-notch 100% professional audio editor, but it is very, very hard to use, so there is a big learning curve. But it's amazing. It's worth it. It is totally worth it. But anyways, when you record a video, it is extremely important to make sure it's loud enough, because you don't want people's ears to blow out when a commercial comes on, and YouTube is going to be playing commercials. Even if you're not monetized, they now play commercials on non-monetized channels. Or if you add a little audio effect that goes da-ding and it's 10 times louder than your voice, those things will blow out people's eardrums and nobody's going to want to watch your channel when that happens.